Welcome back. You see, on to journalist hangout. Well, as the current economic hardship continues to bite harder, government officials have continued to urge Nigerians for patience and understanding. Then a senator representing Ogun East Senatorial District, Gbenga Daniels, has blamed the current economic hardship on failed economy inherited by President Bola Tinubu. While the former Ogun State Governor made this known during his tour of Ijebu-Ode, where he distributed more than 12,000 packs of food items, sewing machines, generators and other items to empower his constituents. Let's share the story by our correspondent Kazim Olowe with you.
As Nigerians complain of economic hardship, a former governor of Ogun State and the senator representing Ogun East, Gbenga Daniels, has appealed for calm and perseverance as President Bola Tinubu and his team are working hard to put the country back on track. He said the president inherited a failed economy and instead of talking about the situation, he embarked on a mission to rescue the country. He pleaded with Nigerians to show understanding and cooperate with the present administration, just as he decided to lend helping hand with monthly distribution of more than 12,000 food packs containing rice, beans, garri, semovita to the people of the Senatorial District. He also supported his constituents with empowerment tools such as sewing machine, generators, among others.
I want to plead with you to show understanding. Our president, President Bola Tinubu, inherited what you can call a failed economy. But it is impossible for him to talk. All the things that has happened before him, he cannot talk. All he's trying to do is to find solutions. And I want to assure you that at the end of the tunnel, our country will be better for it.
The senator also reaffirmed his commitment to using his office to facilitate projects and create job opportunities for his people. He listed projects that will soon take off in the area, such as Naval Base and Aviation School. He also added that he has facilitated more than 2,000 employment opportunities for the youth, free interest loans for traders, and free eye surgery for the people.
We have been able to give employment to over 2,000 people in this senatorial district. We are bringing a naval base to Waterside local government, to Abigi in particular. As the governor is going on with the airport, we are now trying to facilitate an aviation school at Akaka within Lemon North local government. Now, what is an aviation school? I will tell you. An aviation school is where you are going to train anybody and everybody that wants to do with aviation. Now it is clear that there is not enough food in the land. Even if we say we want to continue to import food, how many grains are we going to import to feed 230 million people? It's not possible. So the only thing we can do is to continue to encourage our farmers. And I want to tell you that we have come with all manner of schemes. We did one recently when we were able to distribute fertilizer free to a number of our farmers.
He said the tour will be a monthly affair as it will be moving from one local government to another across the 9 local government areas in the senatorial districts to impact the lives of his people. Beneficiaries also show appreciation to the senator for his good gesture.
Yeah, because senator knows that people are hungry, and he look at it that with this token we can be able to feed our family. So with this palliative that is about giving, really appreciate him because he knows that Nigeria are tough.
We strangers, they call us to mingling with them, meet with them, join them. They didn't separate us. We non-citizens. Especially me, I'm from Bayelsa State.
The event was attended by traditional rulers, community leaders, different groups and associations, political associates of the senator, among others. Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Ijebu-Ode.
Right, BK, we've just seen that report coming from our correspondent Kazim Olowe on what the government is doing to perhaps, alleviate the sufferings of the people in the state. But first off, let's start with the attribution by Gbenga Daniels that the current economic hardship, to the economy inherited by President Bola Tinubu. What do you make of the thoughts? What do you make of this?
It's the truth. It's the truth. You see, our prayer is that the president would come good. I know Nigerians, by the time things change for the better, by the time the dollar liquidity improves, hopefully, because there were some forward deals that were done with in respect of our crude oil production, he can't even earn money now.
Yes.
We've already sold in advance.
Yes, very
Many people don't know these things.
Very true.
They expect that money should be coming in. But we've sold crude oil in advance to clients.
Forward, yes.
So he cannot even earn money now from crude oil sales. And that's our major, export. So there's no way we won't have the problem that we have. We are not bringing in enough dollars. Crude oil that should actually help us to bring in so much, we can't earn money because of those forward sales. We are owing airlines, we are owing banks, we are owing foreign business outfits dollars. This was what he inherited. That's the reason Emirates and others left Nigeria. And there is no way the president can convince foreign investors to come into our country if you don't solve the problem.
The debt.
Yes.
Currently.
So you see that
Repatriation.
instead of the CBN to direct all its energy to supplying the forex market, part of the money that they have earned in these last few months, they are using it to pay back what we are owing foreign airlines and others. What Nigeria is owing foreign airlines is like a quarter of their debt globally.
Yes.
Again, you cannot say that previous administrations can be blamed. There are people who simply want to blame Tinubu for everything that has happened. My education will not let me join such people because I know some of the problems were inherited. The debt overhang that we suffer from is inherited.
So how long can the people continue or contain this situation? Because it's affecting a lot of things, socio-economic development and otherwise.
Let me tell you, when we are faced with this kind of situation, we have to address the problem from the root. Would you expect, for example, that, because people are grumbling, now some of the sacrifices that we should make, we should not make. Some of the things that government should do, government should not do it so that people will stop complaining. Even if you build houses in the sky for people, those who will complain and still see you as an idiot will still see you as an idiot. So when you have problems, you have challenges, those challenges have to be addressed head on.
Right.
Let's clear that indebtedness. It has given Nigeria such a bad name. It has made Nigeria to look like a place where it makes no sense to go and do business. I mean, if you are a business outfit, if you had a business outfit, you are based in the US, you've heard that people can't repatriate their money. Would you be happy to go and invest in such a country? And we will need this investment so that it can boost our economy, it can improve the dollar liquidity. So he has to solve the problem. He can't run away from it because even his own goals of helping us to attract investors, all of those meetings he's doing everywhere. Why didn't the Emirates people come to Nigeria as we were told they were coming? When you are owing them, you've not paid what you are owing them. Won't they get some commitment before coming? They are not fools. People are in business
to make money,
to even survive.
Right.
You can't put their business entities in jeopardy and you expect that they will be happy with you. No. A government that continually didn't find a way to pay those people did not do something that, in my view, was responsible. We had a situation in which we were using 97% of our earnings to service debt. What bank complained? I remember when Okonjo-Iweala was warning that we were taking too many. They didn't listen to her. The man at African Development Bank, Akinwumi also complained that these debts are too much. As if that was not enough, we had the waste and means, 23 trillion. Just piling on debts anyhow. When you pile on debts, it has implications. When we told them, they start saying, oh, our debt to GDP ratio, absolute nonsense.
We can borrow as much as possible.
Who is talking about debt to GDP ratio? You should be talking about debt to revenue ratio.
To revenue,
right.
Absolutely.
I don't have to be an economist to know that. Yeah. Call me Mr. No, that's your problem. But it is the debt to revenue ratio that we should be talking about. And it is that debt to revenue ratio that we didn't bother about that has put us in this mess. When you are having to service debt, the cost of servicing debt in Nigeria has gone up now because those debts are denominated in dollars and our currency has gone down. So the cost of servicing debt in terms of your own budget, because your budget is in Naira now, the cost has shot up rapidly. We have to tell ourselves the truth. So Gbenga Daniels was right on the money. It was the same thing that Sanusi said. Sanusi was once voted the best central banker in the world. He knows what he's talking about. That this didn't Soludo to say the same thing. Are we going to say all of those people who are bribed by Tinubu to say the things that you are saying? The truth is the truth. It's by nature evident. When we left our country, we left our economy to decline rapidly. We were watching businesses fold up. The Michelins of this world in the 80s.
Dunlops. They
were the Dunlops of this world. We left them, we allowed them to die. And you want to continue to earn
foreign exchange.
Let's be truthful to ourselves. It's a system that permits the dying of our automobile industry, the assembly plants.
Right.
We allow them to die.
Ujo and co.
Yes, a system that allows that should know that a day of reckoning is coming.
Perhaps the day of
I know we say now pastoral work we want to export to the world.
Not at all.
Okay.
Emeka. You know, when we just saw this report by Gbenga Daniels, we see people happy that perhaps the government has come to their succor, you know, providing the immediate needs and all of that. But aside from this, what other alternative measures do you think the government can explore now to perhaps alleviate the current economic hardship, aside from this, little palliatives here and there?
Well, basically, I think the president needs to do something about his team, his cabinet. Some members of the cabinet don't really appear to understand the urgency of the situation.
Right.
You know, we can't keep saying we will. Nigerians want right now, they want solutions right now. And then we must do something about the issue of insecurity. It has to be urgent because you have a large number of Nigerians, millions of Nigerians in IDP camps. These people are not really farmers, but they have been thrown out of their work. And definitely the needed reforms, we need to continue with reforms. Unfortunately, yes, Buhari had, a tumultuous era. 2 recessions, back-to-back recessions, and COVID-19. But the unfortunate thing was that he had a team that failed to manage, and because there was, after the COVID-19, there were some opportunities for quick recovery.
Right.
But they failed to seize those opportunities. Every country goes through
tough times,
some crisis, one time or the other. But the point is, you look out for openings and that you can exploit so that you quickly recover. You don't turn into a sing-song, 16 years of PDP, and then you're doing nothing, as if you just have a ready-made excuse not to do anything. And that is where we have found ourselves today. Well, if you talk about the fuel subsidy, should it have been removed? Shouldn't it have been removed? But we are in a dire situation as at May last year, we're still we're in a more dire situation as of today. So I think basically government should also get the governors involved. Look at the Senate President will say that the president released some money to the governors. The governors need their underwhelming performance is really ridiculous. They need to do better. I don't understand why governors will be expecting grains from the federal government. You know, when the rural areas that are really suffering the impact of this food crisis, when they are within your control, you should actually have your own food grains, you know, your own grains storage, so that you can easily reach out to the people.
Right.
But we must not despair. We have to do whatever we can, whatever needs to be done to make sure that we can get past this crisis. And again, the search for investors, for foreign investors, should not stop.
Right.
It should not stop.
Okay.
Somehow, we just might get lucky. You know, we might just get lucky that there might be some investors. Okay, well, let's give Nigeria a chance. Maybe, okay, let's try. It's a big, after all, businessmen, investors are risk takers. They just might be.
Right.
You know, so let's still keep on that path.
Let's keep the windows open.
Yes.
Right. Let's quickly move on to our next issue of discussion, where, in the words of former Secretary General of the United Nations,